Have you ever really thought about what keeps things running when the grid goes down? We all picture those big, loud generators kicking on, but there's a quiet, unsung hero doing all the heavy lifting behind the scenes. So let's dive into this amazing piece of tech, your power's unseen guardian. Okay, picture this. You're at work or at home, and the lights just flicker out. Total darkness. Now, for a hospital, a data center, or heck, even your own home in a storm, this is way more than just an inconvenience, right? It can be a full-blown crisis. What happens in those first few seconds? Well, you could have what I call the manual scramble. You're fumbling around in the dark, trying to find a flashlight, dragging out these heavy, greasy cables to hook up a generator. It's slow, it's messy, it can even be dangerous. Or you could have a totally seamless automatic switchover, something that happens so fast you barely even notice the power was gone in the first place. Now, the difference between that frantic scramble and total peace of mind, it's not magic. It all comes down to one single brilliant piece of engineering. And that device is the automatic transfer switch, or ATS for short. This is the smart gadget that makes backup power, well, truly automatic. So what is this thing really? Simply put, an ATS panel is a device that's always watching your main power from the grid. The second it senses that power is lost, it automatically disconnects you from the grid and connects you to your backup source, like a generator. It's that critical link that ensures you have a continuous, reliable flow of electricity. The best way to think of it is like the ultimate traffic cop for your electricity. Its number one job, and I mean number one, is to make sure that power from the grid and power from your generator never meet. Because if they did, it'd be a disaster. You could send power back into the utility lines and hurt somebody, or you could completely fry your generator. The ATS makes sure there's always a clean, safe break. So, how does it pull off this super important job as traffic cop? Well, let's pop the hood, so to speak, and see what makes this switch so smart. Inside, you've got a few key parts. You have sensors that are constantly watching the grid power. Then you have these big, heavy-duty switches called relays and contactors that do the actual flipping from one power source to another. But the real star of the show is the brain. And when I say brain, I'm not exaggerating. This is typically a programmable logic controller, or PLC. As our source material puts it so well, this is the thing that handles all the processing, makes all the critical decisions, and basically runs the whole show. Okay, so we've got the brain, we've got the muscle. Now let's walk through what happens second by second during a real power outage. It's this beautifully choreographed dance, really. It happens in 5 steps. 1. The sensors detect the outage and scream to the PLC, "Hey, we lost power." 2. Instantly, the PLC tells the generator time to wake up. 3. Once the generator's humming along at just the right speed, the PLC safely transfers your building's entire electrical load over to it. Then, when the grid power finally comes back on, the sensors tell the PLC, which then seamlessly transfers the load back to the grid and tells the generator it can take a break. All of this happens automatically, in a matter of seconds. It's pretty amazing. Okay, that whole process is cool, for sure. But so what? Why does all this automation matter so much? Because believe me, it's about way more than just convenience. For a lot of industries, a constant flow of power is everything. I mean, think about a high-tech factory. A single second of lost power could ruin an entire batch of product, costing a company a fortune. And ATS prevents that kind of catastrophic damage by making sure the power never truly goes out. It also protects your most expensive gear. You know how fragile modern electronics are? All those data servers, computers, sensitive lab equipment. Sudden power surges or drops can just fry their circuits. The ATS acts like a bodyguard, providing a stable, continuous flow of clean power that shields all that delicate tech from harm. And honestly, here's where it becomes absolutely critical: enhancing safety. In a place like a hospital, a reliable power supply is literally a matter of life and death. An ATS that provides instant backup power to life support systems isn't just a piece of equipment, it's a lifesaver. And all of this comes back to one simple, fundamental, non-negotiable safety rule. 1. That's it. Only one source, either the grid or the generator, can be powering your building at any given moment. That simple rule is what prevents dangerous electrical feedback, protecting utility workers out on the lines and keeping your own equipment from blowing up. So if you're ever in the market for a backup power system, these are the big things you've got to look for in an ATS.
It's got to be able to handle your entire electrical load. It needs to be fast enough that nothing gets disrupted. It has to be rock solid reliable. And of course, it needs to meet all the safety standards. Getting this right means you're truly ready for anything.
Which kind of brings us full circle. This unseen guardian, standing by 24/7. It's not just about keeping the lights on. It's about safety, it's about security, it's about continuity when you absolutely need it the most. So it's worth asking yourself, is your power prepared for the unexpected?